So, I want to add to my last video that don't carry the guilt of not defining boundaries. You were never taught to build them because you see this system that blames you erased the very self, your very self that could have drawn these boundaries. Because patriarchy doesn't want you to function as a full functioning human being that exists wholly in her essence. A woman who exists wholly in her essence has restricted access to her because she has her boundaries. Her boundaries exist. If you exist wholly, naturally you repel what diminishes you and you embrace what empowers you. Patriarchy wants you to believe you are defective. It doesn't want you to be an active participant in life. So let me use this analogy to describe you as a woman from the patriarchal lenses. Despite having two strong functioning legs as a woman, patriarchy has socialized you as a woman to believe that you cannot walk on your own. It convinces you that you need crutches for balance, that without these crutches, you will stumble, collapse. In short, like you are incomplete without the crutches. And this same system, it bullies you into compliance by forcing you to believe that you have to lean on that external crutches for support, despite you having two functioning legs. So you have to internalize the lie that you are defective on your own. And the moment you refuse those crutches, the moment you dare to walk upright in your own strength, you are branded as masculine, rebellious, bitter, dangerous, whatever you can think of. So patriarchy pushes you as a woman into carrying a false perception of yourself. So in patriarchal societies, women are socialized not as a subject with agency that is capable of deciding what you will or will not do, what you can do or cannot do. You are socialized as an object, and an object must belong to a figure of dominance, because that is the only way patriarchy can have access and use you. Patriarchy doesn't have what it takes to get involved with a woman that exists wholly in her essence. That is how patriarchy drags you from subjecthood into objecthood. And an object only exists to be used, not to move freely. That is the reason you find some women never find meaning of themselves outside the patriarchal gaze. Their sense of significance becomes dependent on the validation of a man. They carry the perception that their existence has no worth unless reflected back through the male approval. So they seek validation through the patriarchal gaze. And you see all this objectification that patriarchy forces into you. The end state of it is dependency. Patriarchy forces dependency into you. Patriarchy knows that a life without agency only exists for others to control. From the patriarchal lenses, every woman is supposed to exist as an object. Religious, non-religious, a sex worker, regardless of your skin color, race, financial status, it doesn't matter. Through the patriarchal lenses, you are supposed to exist as an object to be owned and used. So, women making autonomous choices are a threat to patriarchal societies because patriarchy does not want you to be an active participant in life. For example, it has made women to believe this traditional bullshit rule that men provide, then women submit. And some women too, they are buying into such false rhetoric because they carry inferiority about themselves. So to submit to someone means you are submitting what makes you human, your essence, to your fellow human being. That is why you hear some women say that as long as a man can provide 100%, they will submit. Submit what? Your being, your essence. Is financial provision enough reason for you to sell your essence? Is it enough reason for someone else to buy your essence? Because financial provision is something you can actively provide for yourself. Paying bills is your responsibility as an adult. It's got nothing to do with masculinity. So the price of you wanting to give up such independence is compliance, and compliance will lead to your abuse. So the same system that strip you of your subjectivity is the same one that will blame you, shame you, and guilt trip you. In a patriarchal society, women are shamed for being broke, even though it is the very system that reduced femininity to poverty. Patriarchy exploits the very vulnerabilities it creates in women. Then it conditions women to yield to male dominance. That is abuse and manipulation. Nothing like women are naturally submissive. No, that is false. This is a system that uses abuse and manipulation as its tools. This is a very insecure system, a system that is not secure within itself. Don't carry the guilt of not defining boundaries. Just come in contact with the reality that nobody is coming to save you. Take back your power of self and step into your power.